boring, boring, boring. And that's what you can actually expect and what you're going to have to expect moving forward for maybe even a few months, you know. This could be a reversal point for Bitcoin, but it's not looking good at all. It's looking weak. Don't get me wrong, it is still a higher high, especially in this purple box. And it does keep coming down to this purple box and getting bought like crazy. But it's just not looking good. It does look like it's bottomed out on the stochastic RSI, but not on the normal RSI, so it could come down further for sure. But everything else has been battered already. The damage, in my opinion, has been done. But you can't rule out further downside because Ethereum still hasn't broken from this downtrend, which is crazy to think, man. You just have to be patient at this point in time. You have to hold on your entries. You have to wait for confirmation because currently it's not the time to be actually doing anything. You need to keep your eyes peeled. Don't get me wrong, but there's only certain particular cryptos right now that is worth looking at. For example, like PopCap. If you can get an entry on this, especially because it's getting listed on Coinbase for a quick trade, especially because it's getting listed on the 13th. I don't know what date we're on today, like the 9th. It is moving upwards from when I told you to get in at around about 25, but it also came further down to around 20 cents. I'll actually show you this in a bit more detail in just a second, but I just want to look at total crypto market cap as well, because that doesn't look like, yeah, it's still in this channel as well. But if we break down here from here, it is not looking good at all. We'll see further downside, 10 to 30%. 10 to 30%. Bitcoin will hold up stronger than total for sure. If we go over to the economic calendar as well, core inflation on the 12th, which will have a major impact on the price, and the US dollar, basically, whether that's going to go up or down. We need that to go down for risk assets to go up because they are correlated. If we look at the fear and greed index, it is telling us it is a good time to buy. A very good time to buy, actually, because every time we're in fear, this usually marks a good opportunity depending on the tokens that you're going to go for. Now let's look, because usually and currently the higher market cap tokens are the ones that have pumped. The lower market cap ones don't seem to want to move, not yet. No way. Because anything outside of the top 10 looks risky. Anything out of it. Even Ethereum, man, it is dead, bro. Let's look at Ethereum. Yeah, look. It's giving you prices that you'd never think it's going to give you. Back down at these levels here. That is crazy to me, man. Now, look at how horrific this is. Look how horrific Ethereum is. Ethereum is going to pump as well. It's going to pump like crazy. I wonder if we're going to see further downside, though. On ETH. What else is looking semi-decent? I don't think much is. Everything is correcting like crazy. Even Brett on base giving you absolutely good buying opportunities. Toshi corrected like crazy. I told you guys to sell when it was pumping like mad. But look at what happened with Toshi on the Coinbase listing. This is why I'm looking at PopCap, because Toshi did a madness. Toshi did this. Toshi went from that to the Coinbase listing to that, man. PopCap could do a similar thing. It might reach all-time highs. Don't get me wrong, I'll take profits along the way, but I might even leave a moon bag. That's why I think PopCap right now, looking at PopCap, looking how battered the chart is, it actually looks like a decent opportunity, man. I do want to see a little bit of a pullback before I go in and hold. On the daily, it looks like it's about to top out, maybe over the next few days, but by that time it'll get listed. So here it'll get listed. And what if it just starts pumping? On the 4 hourly, I want it to turn down at least over the next few days, man. Give us an entry, and then we'll go in, hold it till the Coinbase listing, see if we can make a bit of dough. Put some stop losses on. It'll go up a little bit. Put stop losses on at break even. See if we can hold it out. But yeah, the fear and greed index is telling us it's a very good opportunity, you know. Especially on the things that haven't pumped. You know, like AIXBT. Maybe you were looking at it at 500 million market cap, and now it's absolutely bottomed out. Yeah, gone down like 75% from the highs. So much opportunity. You need to be very careful with what you pick. Vita Inu is actually going on a madness. Is that the listing? That is going on an absolute madness. What markets has it got? Mexi recently. Vader is looking good. It's actually Moo Moo the Bull. That corrected like a mad dog. Like, look at these meme coins. It's taking money off people, man. Look at this. New lows. Lows that you wouldn't even think it'd come down to. But maybe this is the safest time to buy. Especially with stop losses, man. Some of these are not holding up very well at all. It shows you what's going to win and what's going to lose, to be honest. What is trending on a day like today on CoinGecko? Pancake swap. Popcat's got to be in here somewhere, right? It's not even in here. But Popcat is the play, I think, over the next few days. Popcat and Pengu, because Pengu's getting listed. I just don't think Pengu has a good room for upside. It's already 700 million market cap. Don't get me wrong, Popcat is like 300 million, but Pudgy Penguins is lower than that. And yeah, like I say, Fear and Greed showing 35. The other one's showing 46, so we're still in fear. Omikami, my favourite token. It was a beautiful opportunity yesterday at around 24 million market cap. Yeah, he gave us a better one before that at like 23. Should have maybe bought on a swing trade. And if we look at bookmarks, the altcoin Golden Cross is incoming. It's incoming. And if we look at Robert Kiyosaki, he uploaded yesterday Rich Dad's Prophecy. In 2014, I published RD's prophecy predicting the biggest stock market crash in history. Unfortunately, that prophecy is coming true in 2025. Markets are crashing, and my concern is the world may be entering another Great Depression. If correct, millions will lose their jobs, stocks, and homes. I hope I'm wrong, yet that is what I predicted back in 2014. If you had taken Rich Dad's prediction seriously, you may do very well in the coming Great Depression. For years I've advising people to do what I do, which is buy gold, silver and Bitcoin. Also, you may want to start your own business, a business that will thrive during the coming depression. For example, if you have the land, you may want to raise vegetables, chickens for eggs or cattle. My books and cash flow game do well in a crash because people realize they need to increase their financial education. In a crash, real estate may do well as prices crash and homes become affordable. If you are interested in acquiring real estate at discount prices, I suggest you acquire Ken McElroy's books on investing in real estate before you buy. Not all real estate will do well, even cheap real estate. The worst real estate will be office buildings and small retail spaces. The coming Great Depression may be the best time for you to get very rich, but you still have to invest in your own financial education. The stupid people, those without real financial education, will be the biggest losers. Remember, AI, artificial intelligence, may be a college degree because a college degree is fake financial education. Remember my rich dad's warning. My banker was never asked me for my report card or my grade point average. My banker wants to see my financial statement because my financial statement is my report card when I grow up. The problem is, most college graduates leave school deeply in debt and have no idea what a financial statement is and learn zero about money, investing or entrepreneurship. Schools instruct you to become an employee, seek job security, invest in the stock market. This is what poor dad advised me to do. I do not follow that advice. If you want to learn more about the power of a financial statement, play the cash flow game 10 times and teach 10 people. The more you teach the cash flow game, the richer you become. In other words, teach and grow richer. Take care, rough times ahead, yet a greater depression may be your best time to get richer. That's facts, man. If everything collapses, it may be a great opportunity. Freedom isn't free, it's earned through sacrifice, discipline and consistency. You'll only be as free as you're disciplined in your practice. He actually has a good point on this one, Kanye West. He's going crazy, man. Ethereum. We will get an alt season, but we need to kill 80 to 90% of alts first. And look at how many cryptos there are, 11 million. So you're telling me we got to kill off 10 of them. 10 million tokens got to go. And out of them, how many are actually going to perform? Like 20. After 6 dips in 1 week, looks like the market may have bottomed. Wow. This is crazy, bro. Look at the debt. The debt is mental. If you want the prices to go up, you should stop selling and buy the dip. None of the rappers I respect are selling their coins. All the liquidity is sitting at 107k. What comes next is obvious. Send it higher, man. Bull market over, no alt season. This may change your mind.
That it's called right here. And you had the alts market actually following Bitcoin up to that top and actually extending it after. So I think Bitcoin has just moved out of this, which means the Solanas and the likes are here. And then we have the whiffs and the memes all the way down here. They will catch up, but the Solanas and the ones will be what drives it in this phase here. First, we need Bitcoin now to get its act together and move a little higher, and then we'll be in the final phase. So I say we are now in a wave 3 actually. This is where we should see this pickup of the Bitcoin driven part of it, and then we should move into the next phase, which is the wave 4 and the 5th. And if you look at it on a shorter time basis, well, we also have some strength there. I mean, we had a very, very powerful move out here. Now it's been testing down on a 61 here, and now we're testing this trend line here. Let's see if we don't go higher here. I'm extremely bullish at this point for crypto and for Bitcoin.
And how
then you
long,
talk about an alt.
Before we go into altcoins, how long do you see that before we get to the end of that blow off top? I mean, the charts are quite zoomed out. So, like, when do you, what kind of time frame are you talking about? Is it a 3 month, a 1 month, a 6 month?
Let's look to history, because we, like human beings, we will always do the same mistakes and the same, doing the same things over and over. This was around March, let's say end of February, early March in 2021, and you had the top in Bitcoin in April. Okay. And we remember, and we could also see that the altcoins had moved out, so all the bigger ones back then were, up at these, levels. They had quite a correction here. This is quite a correction, but we did not see the move here. But if you're asking me about how long, then I said, well, if we are, like a month earlier this time, well, my guess would be that we will be a month earlier here as well on the Bitcoin top. That means that a top in mid-March, end March could be on the table if we follow sort of this kind of pattern.
Okay. So I mean, you're talking about a very short time frame. You're talking about a month or a month and a half until the top.
Yep. But right. That's in line with what we've seen. I mean, if we look at the bigger timeline here, we are getting close to it. It's exactly this pattern we have here. We have an extra upside for up to the 123.25, maybe the 140. And a pattern into this would normally develop like this. This is very often a pattern we see into a very significant high, and we should also then start to see some divergence on it, which we'll see when we get up here. We need to see, but we should see now this move up here, and people will be so over ecstatic and when we get up here and talking about 250,000 or 1 million and so on. That I don't think is going to be the case. No. There is a chance that we get to 140. And I could see a crazy situation where this actually now moves up straight up to 140 here, and then we'll have maybe a 250 target. But for now, my target stands at 125 with somewhat of this look here.
And then in that kind of scenario, when would we get alt season? Because if you're talking about like the top of the cycle being in a month and a half, when does that give us time to go to alt season?
But the alt season, that's just like what we saw here. So when the Bitcoin was here, the alt season really started at this level. I mean, we have had already the first. If you look to Solana, if you look to Sui, if you look to some of these, you'll see that we have already seen a good move there. We have not seen it in the memes just yet, but they are the laggards. They are catching up. So they are actually right at the start of that move, as I see it. So then we have the alts that will be leading. They have been now correcting. And if you look at the Solana, I mean, it looks so extremely bullish to me. If you look at let me just see if I can get it here. If you look at this pattern here, let me just get it up. You have a very nice bull flag here. You move above it, you double test it here, and then you move on. This is bullish, and this tells us
level
also
of
that we had already. Sorry.
What is the level? What is the target there?
My target is around 700 on Solana, 600, wow. 650. Yeah.
And the time frame is May. The time frame is May. It looks like 12th of May, like calling it like around May is the top.
This is based on some Fibonacci extensions where say you can, based on how long other parts have taken. So it's but this can be May, it can be April, it can be something. But yeah, we could see, as we also look at it here. If you go back if you go back to the kind of the book here, we see that we would see that the altcoins top out later. So if you get a top here, let's say end of March, you can get into late April here on the top on the altcoins. So I can see that.
Okay,
so we have time, and
We have time, but then again, we don't have time. Altcoins are oversold. Very oversold. Don't tell me you didn't have enough time to buy and accumulate more.
this is 2021.
Others have been smashed. Bitcoin's halving is scheduled every 4 years, designed to coincide with global liquidity cycles. As a result, engaging in crypto inherently involves understanding the broader market. It does. It does. And we do need a lot of liquidity pumped into this cycle. But that's all we need, because once that occurs, hopefully, it'll be very good. Sell in May and go away. Yeah. Sell in May, go away. FTX will begin repaying customers on February the 18th. Sounds like the urgent liquidity injection we need. Ironically, is FTX going to be what saves us? That's mad if it is. Alex Becker missed the entire meme coin run in 2024, then bought 6 figures of Peanut the Squirrel at a $2 billion valuation. Wow. Wow. That's mad. Why'd he buy the top? Now buying new mined Bitcoin. Big supply shock is coming. Why I bought more gold and Bitcoin. Owning gold and Bitcoin is smarter and safer than saving dollars. You know, the big supply shock though, I don't know about that. Everybody knows about Bitcoin now. They know it's crossed 100k. You've seen the news, you've seen what Michael Saylor's doing. In theory, in hindsight, when we're 1 or 2 years ahead, we're gonna think like, how was it not obvious that this was the top? How that Hauk Turgel rugging everyone, like this is the top, bro. The altcoin season starts when Ethereum breaks 4k. This happens in March. Bookmark this. There will be no altcoin season this cycle. Things have changed. They always say that, man. Nothing's changed. This guy thinks dominance is going to carry on going up, though. That'd be mental, man. We'd all get whooped if that happens. Cannot allow that to occur. It has to go down at whatever cost.